Now to bear me, I've got a snug cord in the background. Give me a minute, I'm just sorting something out. Anyway, I was talking the other day on the other video. About delay line circuits for the device, and I was thinking, oh, hang on a minute, I've got some old transformers and some old chokes. I've also got some what you would probably call using fluorescent lighting. Anyway, this is a transformer. It's heavy. It's very heavy. I've had this. I don't know how long I've had this. I think I've had this since I was a little. Well, about 17, 18 years old. I mean, that we're talking about 70s, 80s. I don't know. I got it from a second-hand shop that used to sell old radio equipment. And this thing, I think, what do you call it? Anyway, let's see how heavy it is. It's solid iron, so it's a really good choke. I'm going to rewind it because it's got a 48 ohm impedance. That's 409.9 grams. That's without the lid on it. How much is it with the lid on it? 494.8 grams minus screw. Right. There's a lot of copper in there. Anyway, it's heavy, and I'm thinking, that would make a great delay line, as in the reactance time. The amount of time it takes for the reactance of the core to saturate is what I'm looking for. it will be, except that the impedance on this is actually too high. It's 48 ohms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewind it. I've got to dismantle it though. A ballast, that's what I'm trying to think of. It's what we'd call a ballast. I've had this for donkey's years. It's never had a purpose really for me. It's just been lying around. I mean, there is just one winding on it, right? There's just one winding. That's what a ballast is. It evens the current out and everything, and the voltage it gives you. It's used for fluorescent lights anyway, I think. Well, anyway, I'm not going to be using it for that. Oh damn it, the wires are so straight onto the flipping terminals. This is ready to come out, but I can't because the wires are on. Right, where's my soldering iron? I'm going to have to desolder that. I could cut the wires off, but I'm not going to. Because the wires I might have to reuse them. So I thought I'd go live for a bit and just explain what's going on at the moment, really. Which is really not a lot. I'm just looking for a bigger delay line unit that I can use to experiment. I can't afford to spend a fortune on transformers, which might be a waste of money in the long run. So what I'm trying to do is use what I've already got lying around, which is pretty much a lot of stuff. I've got quite a lot of accumulation. I have thrown a few things away, but let's see, this wire. Oh my god, is that wire broken? No, it isn't. I mean, I thought it was, but... So, I'm recycling what I can find, and I need to get the DC resistance of the coil down to 12 ohms, which is what the other transformer was, or 4 ohms even. So, I'm pretty sure this has got some really thin wire on it. Well, look at that, there's some flux on here which must be like 40 years old, and I'm about to smell 40-year-old flux. Where's my bingo? Interesting thing about flux is it sometimes stores odours in it. And they kind of got trapped in there. I've noticed sometimes I've unsoldered things from years ago that I made, and I kind of get these old smells from years back, and I'm thinking, oh my god, that smells familiar. That must be why I used to labour. It's a funny thing. Flux is a funny thing. Try and get this wire up a bit more. This wire is heavy duty. Oh wow, this is heavy duty wire. If I can bend it and wire it straight so I can poke it through. Ow! I touched the thing sticking out the end. That end was bloody hot. Just burnt my finger. I'm going to have a burn mark on my finger now. I wasn't thinking that the heat was going all the way through, you see. That's typical, that's what happens when you're not thinking things through. Come on. I don't want to put the stress on my tip because I'm going to break my tip. I might break the soldering line. Oh, it's just resting on it. Oh, that's even better. It's not even in a... Alright, so I just pull that back. I see what they've done. So I just got the transformer, lifted it up there, it's free. Right, now the other one should be the top as well. I want to heat that up. That's a clever idea. Instead of poking the wire through a hole, I've literally just, it's got like a little like a little hacksaw slit, and the wire's just resting in there. I can't find what this. It's not. I think it's sore now. Looks like I'm going to have to add a bit more to it because I can't get it to melt. There we go. Oh! My soldering iron just... a bunch of flux from inside my soldering iron just came out. Right. I need to clean my solder pump, I think. The solder just flew across the room like me. Alright, so I can put the soldering iron because that's disconnected. Put the transformer out. With this being a rectangular transformer, it looks a bit rusty, and I'm hoping I should be able to get a part. It's bolted, it's clamped, so yeah, that's going to put my part, no problem. I'm going to have fun with this. Right, I need to put these parts somewhere where we'll lose them, so I'm going to put all these screws in this lid. This is a really useful box as well. Oop, I just dropped some screws. Where's that going? I just heard a screw drop on the floor. How many screws have I just dropped? Well, there should be 5. I've dropped 1 screw. Are these magnetic? No, they're not. So I can't even pick this damn thing up with a magnet. I'll have to find it. Where have you gone? I hate it when that happens. Oh, my knee. Oh, I'll get it over. Probably gone under the chair. No. Can't see it. I feel for it. I think I found it. Yeah, got you. Yeah, got you. I just felt for it. My hand. Oh, found it. Oh. So I can't get up again now. My knees. I've got fun with my knees today for some reason. It's called old age. Right, I'll stick them in there. Right, I shouldn't lose them screws now. Oh, there's holes in the bottom so they'll fall out if I tip it over. I need to get this soldering iron out of the way. Out of the way. Interesting design, well made. Looking at this design, lamination should literally just fall apart, fall off. Yeah, I'm going to put my snooker back on, I think. It's only a short match. Don't think I'll get flagged for copyright because there's no music on here.
13. Good job.
Oh, I'm going to use an electrical. Oh, it's taking forever. Oh, that's good. You just come off in one piece. I don't even need to loosen them completely. I can leave the nuts screwed in there so that I won't lose anything. Nice brackets, they're really cool.
Good.
Right. Oh, the laminations are already peeling already. Ah, cool. Yeah, I'm going to rewind all this. I did think about winding another coil on top, but that's less efficient. It's better if I just take that wire out that's the wrong impedance. I can't even see what... Oh, I'll get the laminations off it anyway, because I can't wind it with the laminations on there. You know what? Sometime we get some more money saved up, I'm going to design my own transformer. Because that might be the way to go. Get a load of laminations, laser cut, and for my own transformer design. I've had a lot of laminations cut for the generator projects, but they've all basically, most of them haven't been of much use, so it's been a bit of a waste of money really in some respects. But transformer laminations, no, that'll never be a waste of money, they'll always be useful. So, yeah. It's definitely something to consider. These are stuck together with varnish, I think. And I always remember with these things, the first one is always the hardest one to get out. Once you've got a few free, I'm not even watching, so I might as well pause it. Talking. That's loose. Yeah, it's coming out. Come on, turn it my knife. Getting the first one off is the trick. Oh, the way I used to do it was that was it. I just remembered, I was thinking, how did I used to do this when I was years ago? It's the pliers. You grab it with the pliers. To get your pliers, the trouble is you can buckle them a bit if you do that if you're not careful. So I'm going to get it on one side and just toward it. That's it. Once you get it, a lip sticking up on the top, I can grab it. Nearly there. This one's coming slowly. Nearly there. I should better grab it now. Get the big pliers on it. Cut myself. Oh wow. Interesting design. Yeah, interesting lamination design. The green, colour coded as well. Right, the rest of them should. Probably this one's still going to be tight. Ow. A bit more. Try not to buckle them. There we go. Right. Should start to come out now. So I think once you get 2 or 3 out, because they're usually really compressed in there, once you get 2 or 3 out, they usually start to drop out. Yeah, we're just about there now. Should better pull them out of my finger now. Yes, I can pull them out of my finger. See, they're staggered this thing. I won't need pliers anymore now. So I should be able to get them. I'll get my tweezers on them. I noticed that this gave benefit, but the impedance is just way too high. 50 ohms is just a bit too ridiculous. So I still need pliers because they're rusty. It's a lot of friction. They're all coming out now. Got 2 out then. Here we go. So I'm just wondering how they put this together. Yeah, I'm staggered. I'm curious actually how thin they are, because if I was to get some more laminations made to make a transformer, they're 0.38mm thick, they're very thin. That's very thin. Should have put most of them out at once now. There we go. Right, there's the transformer core. There's the bobbin. So I can I'm going to put that on my reel to wheel and rewind it, put it all back together again. It's going to take me a while to put this thing back together, I can tell you, with all the nominations, a lot of them. I'm going to move all this out of the way. Oh, I didn't forget those too. Stick all this stuff out of the way, and I'll put it back together and put it rewound. It's actually not that rusty. It's not too bad. Right, let's see where the wire. Let's see how thick this wire is on here. I'm going to take this. It seems a shame to take this tape off, but I've got Captain tape anyway. Oh, this is the fiberglass type tape they use on here. Well, actually, I've got some of that stuff. This is it here. The varnish bit, though, you see. I'm going to have trouble getting the wire off. I bet you it's solid varnish underneath there, because they used to really make these well. I've got some tape though if I need to redo it all. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a pain to get it apart because the windings are all soaked in. Oh, it's not, maybe not so bad. Oh, that's not so bad. Oh, they haven't soaked it all in resin. Oh, whatever. Thank God for that. Oh, this wire is actually pretty thin. It's it looks like 35 WG. Could even reuse the tape, because it was only stuck at one end and the rest of it was just wrapped around, so I might actually reuse the tape as well. Why not? Waste not, one not. I mean, I can just glue one end on and wrap it in and stick it on, because it looks like that's what they've done. It's not even sticky tape, it's got no stickiness to it whatsoever. It was stuck at one end. So there's the core winding. I'm going to take all that wire off and I'll find out what gauge it is, and I'm going to find the end. That looks like the end. This one. That's what they've done, they've tied it. Yeah. Well, I could put Songhand back on and unsolder that, but I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to cut the wire. This is the outside layer. I'll do all my soldering at once when I'm ready. I just might start to unwrap it a bit, because that's threaded through. Oh, this is woven wire that they've used to attach to the. This is old. Bloody hell! This is very old. This wire's actually got a woven piece attached to the copper itself. So this bit's woven. This bit here, this short piece here, I don't know if you can see that, it's a bit short. This, I'm trying to get it close, and then it goes on, it's got some tape, and it's sold onto the actual wire, which is pretty thin. I don't know if you can see that. It's very old stuff. Right, so, what gauge wire is this? I'm going to find out. Let's measure it. I'll probably have to look it up online. I might get an idea. 0.25 millimeters. 0.25 millimeters. That is thin stuff. Let me just find out. Hang on a minute. I've got some wire in there. I need my calipers. I need to check the other wire I've got. I think that's 32 SWG wire as a guess, because I've got some that's 0.3 millimeters, and I've got some that's a bit thinner than that, 0.2 millimeters. This is 0.2, it's in between, so this is probably 32 SWG. And I'm going to have to put some pretty thick wire on there. I think I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to wind it onto something so it can be, so it can be reused and not wasted. Because you never know. Copper wire is not cheap these days. Let's just see what's going on. Just see if there's anyone commenting or anything. Oh, actually, I've got an idea. I'll just use all my other bobbins, which has not got wire on it. Hang on. Find a bobbin to see the wire on it. Oh dear, I'm going to need a pretty big bobbin for all that wire, so I'm going to stick it on a tape spool, I think. Yeah. I've got a broken tip, reel-to-reel spool. Actually, I should glue that back together again. Actually, I might do that. I'm going to wind it all on here. I just realised actually I could 3D print my own tape spools now. Oh! Yeah, this is cracked, but there's wire on there, so I'm going to wind some more wire on there. Some tissue. This thing's falling a bit, it's completely broken. I've still got my good spools, on my reel-to-reel. They're good. I'm just cleaning the crap off it so I can glue it. If it's flopping about like that, the wire's going to get tangled in it. I'm probably going to get glue on the wire that's on there already, which is a bit of a shame. I'll try not to. That end's broken as well. I can't believe it got broken. It's been that drawer for a long time. Anyway, I'm going to hold this like that. I'm trying to glue this back together because I haven't really got anywhere to put this wire. I hope that's going to stick. I'm going to do one bit at a time because I don't know if it's going to stick. It's probably too mucky. That one's stuck. Maybe. I think it's sticky. Right, let's do the other one. Ah, it's not stuck. I don't know why. Probably the surfaces aren't very clean. Anyway, I'm going to wrap wire on it anyway, regardless. I think it will stick if it just needs a little bit more time. Just want to get this wire off the spool so I can rewind it. Right, so anyway, yeah, I've got to go into the room and do this, so I'll probably come back later, because I'm going to be, when I wind this again, what I think I'll do is I'm going to put some real thick wire on there, not real thick, but probably 25 SWG wire on there, and that's probably the thickest wire I've got, so it's going to have to do. I'm just going to wind it about the same amount, roughly the same amount of thickness of wire that's in there at the moment, about halfway. It's basically half filled. So I'm going to put 25 SWG on, because I think that's the thickest I've got right now. I have got some 18 SWG, but that's too thick. It's way too thick. 25 is probably the best bet really for this, and it's to go on for the delay line, and we'll have some fun testing out how this affects the power conservation, whatever you want to call it, acceleration, RPM, and high output current. We'll see what this does. We'll be interested to find out. So anyway, I'm going to disappear. I've got tissue paper stuck in this now. I'll come back later at some point, and I've got to put that thing back together again. I've got to put laminations in. You saw me take it apart. It's going to be tedious to put them all back in again. So, yeah. So when I get all rewound, put back together again, I'll run some tests, and if there's anything exciting about it, I'll live stream it. If there's nothing like excited about it, then there's probably no point in the live streaming, is there? Anyway, and we'll go and watch snooker as well after I've sorted these windings out.